that's a just sentence. It's not. It's not a just sentence at all. And we want tougher sentences for murder and manslaughter. It's got to happen.
Campaigning for life to mean life and tougher sentences.
You got life with a minimum of 13 years, and that's supposed to be justice.
It doesn't get any easier, please go on.
We've now been left carrying the pain of having to see these people in the streets.
My son Andrew was killed in the Liverpool town centre in 2003. He was killed by a gang of youths. They got one intercourse out of them 10 and they walked out on supposed lack of evidence. We've never had anyone come forward. There's a wall of silence between them.
The joint enterprise didn't work for us because the CPS said it wasn't premeditated as in other cases, and this is what needs to be changed.
If the wall of silence had been broken in Andrew's case, we'd have got justice. If we can bring a new law in for Andrew's law, then other families won't have to go through the same pain as we have.
Our son Kevin was brutally murdered by 6 Welsh men in 2004.
The joint enterprise failed us because we didn't know it existed till 2 years later when a complete stranger emailed us telling us about it.
She was absolutely disgusted that it was used in other cases and simply dismissed from ours.
The mother of the accused told the police it wasn't my son, but we know who done it. So they're still hiding behind a wall of silence. And that leaves us with no justice at all for our son and his 2 children and his wife.
Our grandson Ryan was murdered as he lay asleep in his own bed by a youth who had just been let out on early release.
The joint enterprise didn't work for us because not only didn't we know about it, the powers that be didn't inform us about it, and we were left completely in the dark.
If the wall of silence had been broken, there would be more than one person in jail today for Ryan's murder.
We need this law of joint enterprise changing immediately to give us more justice.
My brother, Simon Sutton, was found murdered with 72 injuries, and I believe all those involved were not brought to justice. The joint enterprise didn't work for me and my family because the perpetrators were allowed to hide behind a wall of silence. If that wall of silence had been broken, I do believe we would have got justice.
Had this law been changed, then these families would not have had to carry the second pain of no justice. It's time for change.
Too many of our children's lives have been taken because there's no deterrent in the country. The government has got to wake up and listen. Enough is enough. Life should be life. Life should be life.